If someone really watched the video, I'll introduce myself. You can know me as Otto. Yeah, Otto. And I'm gonna make a video about me yapping about everything that inside my this isn't my first language, so fuck all. So I have a book like diary to about my yapping, all my thinking, all and I like like do actions in my day while I'm thinking. I feel how that was not really related to the present. So I just gonna record some videos for me all first first so maybe the topic is like, what is the topic? I don't know what yeah. First talk about just say quality. Can you see this? I hope so. Equality. What does equality really means? Equality means like if you in a group and there are resources, just say in just in some scenario there was an island, and in that island there was some people and some resources. The resources was limited. Same with the people. The people want the resource. So if the people want the resource, all the people want the resource in this island, they have two choice together. First choice is they gather the resource and spread the resource equally to each other. So basically they gather the resource and they give to each other the resources equally, and all of them work equally to gather the resources. That's what I called a collectivism, like collectivism things. I can just say it's collectivism economy. And the second way they can do is some people want to have the resources all for themselves. They want the resource. They want more of the resource. Like if the resource was spread equally to everyone, then because the resource was limited and maybe not very a lot, so the resource that was given to everybody, it was like not so much because the resource was limited and the people was a lot. That make the people only get a small amount of the resource, and some people may be happy with that, some people maybe just accept them, and yeah, sure, that's good. Everyone happy, then I'm happy as well. But some people not really happy with that. Some people like some people doesn't some people wants more. Some people wants more of the resources. Some of the people need more by their just say by their like yeah, by their basically some people wants more, and because some people wants more of the resource that already give equally to each other, then that means if the if somebody want the resource all themselves, say let's say one each one resource, and if one people want to save all of the resource or more resource, that mean he gonna take this man resource and this man as well. So for 3 people he have 3 resource, while the other 2 people doesn't have any. Was this good? Was this good? For like, if I can say it's like a good, is it good or bad? It depends. Depends on which perspective. In the perspective of collectivism, collectivism, they will say it's bad because it's not equal. One people have the resource of exactly 3 people resource. It's not gonna be good, since if one people have the other 2 people resource, then the other 2 people doesn't have any resource at all, and they gonna be sad. Yeah, that's sad, but this man is happy. Maybe he is happy, or just happily evil. We can say it based on perspective. On his perspective, it is good because he only feel the reality of himself. He doesn't feel the reality of the other 2 people. He doesn't care the perspective of these 2 people that just lost or just doesn't have the resource, because the resource was centralized to him instead, not spread equally. So because the resource was centered more to one people, and it was not equal given to every person, that means some people is rich and a lot of people is poor. Why do some people wants more resource and doesn't care about the others? Again, I'm gonna say it's because they only feel their own reality. They only feel the reality of themselves. Let's just say individualism. This man was individualist. He doesn't have any empathy for the others. Yet, is it even wrong? I mean, like, for him, it was good. He have all the resource, and that's it. Why do he need to care about the other two people that doesn't have the resource? It not really gonna if it not if they doesn't really gonna affect, if them doesn't have the resource gonna affect about him, then he will not care at all, because in his reality what he feeling is good. He have the resource and he doesn't care if the perspective, the reality of the other two people was bad because their resource was taken, or maybe they just doesn't have the resource because the resource was concentrated to him. So basically what I want to say is there are two ways of people to be. There are two ways of maybe living creatures will be and want to be. The first is individualism and the second is collectivism. Individualism is a ideology that was based on like one, just say one material, or let's just say one people. But collectivism is an ideology where they believe they're like a one group based on a lot of other people. So with this, like, they just say 6 people fit in one group, they're gonna make all the 6 people become one by being in the one group. In the individualism ideology, they will try to thrive alone. They will try to thrive without needing the others. So they're just gonna like attacking maybe like other people by themselves and getting stronger by himself, getting rich by himself, and then he just all by himself. But the collectivism is an ideology where you want to put a lot of people and merge them thinking, merge all the people into one. I just say metabolism. Metabolism is based on like a lot of cells working, and then there are organs and blah 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 blah. I don't really major in biology because I don't really learn biology, but blah blah blah. Basically, they say collectivism is like metabolism. Wait, is it more organism? Organism. Yeah. Is it organism? Whatever. Whatever it is, basically, collectivism is a lot of, like, let's just say people, they are merged into one. And if all people merge into one group, that means the average, let's just say the efficient, the economy of that collectivism that successfully merge all the people into one, then they will have a more larger, let's just say efficient, they will have a more larger efficient, they will be more stronger than one individualism. Oh yeah, another thing is individualism often think they have a freedom because there was not like collectivism that was based on a lot of people, and they was merged into one thinking. Collectivism forced all the 6 people to think the same, to do the same thing, or to do the expected what the group want, while the individualist do whatever he wants and get all of them by himself, and he think he has the freedom, he think he doesn't live in a cage, even though because he is an individualist, that means he have a cage, and his cage was more smaller than the cage of the collectivists. That was my opinion. All of this was my opinion, by the way. So yeah, basically all of this is my opinion, my thought. I'm bad at English. So anyway, the collectivism force people to have one goal, to benefit the collectivism group. Okay, one more. And one more thing is we're gonna change the topic to something that maybe totally different, but I can say it's not really different. And the thing is moral. What is, oh my god, my English though. Anyway, what is moral? Moral exists on maybe every culture, every tribes, religion, other stuff, culture, things have their own morals. And what is the goal, the ultimate goal of the morals? It is to benefit the collective. It is to benefit all of the people. It's one to benefit. It one the good is for all of people, not only one people. Just say modern morals is like, just say human rights. Human rights was a benefit for all of people. Let's just say collectivism. It was a benefit for a collective goal. Some individuals, some maybe evil mad, just say mad scientist individuals was limited of his research, of his evil research, because of moral. Because the goal of moral is to benefit or let's just say moral is a system that was created to make the group exist, to make it just like a defense system, so the collective group live well, like run well, so the benefit will be spread to every people. Even though what concerned I'm concerned about collectivism. Some collectivism ideology may lead to like a future, or maybe like ideology where the collectivism force all the people into have one thinking, into think the same. It's maybe more like, let's just say, dystopia collectivism, a communism collectivism. Capitalism is collectivism, kinda. Capitalism is like there is collectivism, but there's but the people inside the collectivism group still have the freedom to control the resource.